All right. Welcome back to Eyes Open Media. Hopefully, you guys love the reset prayers that I'm doing. We did one today as well. Today was day 2 of those reset prayers. Tomorrow will be day 3. Hopefully, you guys are enjoying those things. You can replay them back and be in the presence of the Lord, right? As I'm praying. And today I did the abundance prayer and there's some other prayer points from the list of prayers that we're doing from the last 12 days of the year. Okay, so that was that, and this is that now. And yeah, I told you guys on the main channel and also this channel to watch Obama. Watch Obama here in the last few days because he has no intentions of leaving that White House. So you have to watch him because I told you guys he has two options. Not the His first option is to create havoc with Russia to go to war. Because if he can go to war with Russia, then he will be able to stay in office a lot longer. Okay, until that war ends, and then then he'll be taken out from there. But or he can create using HARP a natural disaster, or they can create a natural disaster without HARP by nuking the is it was the Atlantic Ocean. They can nuke the Atlantic Ocean and start a tidal wave and just bring disaster to the East Coast, right? They could also do it to the Pacific Ocean and bring havoc to the West Coast. But for him to stay in, it would have to be the East Coast. It would have to be a dramatic, a catastrophic event weather-wise to for him to stay in because DC would be impacted. So either a massive earthquake that they create, or a massive hurricane or tornado or tsunami. Okay, now those are his options, right? And I'm pretty sure he knows all of those options. The other options failed. The ones about the race war. Okay, I mean, could there still be a race war in the future? Yeah, it could be because there's a lot of racist people in America, right? And there's a lot of people doing a lot of racist actions and racist things. So there could be, but that failed, for Obama. He couldn't get it over the hump every time they were close, and then they just couldn't get it over the hump. Also, he couldn't take away the guns. He even said it himself. Like one of the things that he couldn't do was take away guns in America from people, and that was something that he really, really, really. Let me make sure this is on. He really, really, really wanted to take away guns. I mean, that sounds like Hitler to me, But we got people, that are not paying close attention to what Obama is saying. They're not paying attention to his actions, and they're not paying attention to executive orders. All they continue to see from Obama is how cute him and Michelle look together and dancing and saying jokes while he's planning your demise, and putting it in the executive orders. You're saying how great he is on social media. And so that tells me that you don't pay any attention. And it's the same thing with the investments that some of us hold, especially Iraq. You can see people who are not clearly not paying attention to anything. They don't read anything. They don't read the articles clearly. They don't understand anything, and then they just make obscene comments and suggestions about stuff they have no clue about. To pretend that they know, and then when they open their mouth, you can tell that they haven't even they have no clue what they're talking about. They're so off base. It's the same thing with people that like Obama. They make all these statements and they have nothing to back it up, because his actions and his executive orders and what he's doing, it speaks the otherwise, right? And so all they can do is say, well, he can play basketball and he can dance. That's all I keep hearing from people that like Obama. They never talk about any actual thing that he's done for your community or anything like that. Yeah, he's helped the LGBT community, but has he helped anybody else? We had black people talking about Obama phones and all that stuff. Even that one girl that was talking about the Obama phone back in 2008, she had to apologize to everybody. Do you remember that? I think she did. I'm not sure when she did the apology video, but it was it was on YouTube. She apologized for thinking Obama was going to pay her rent and pay her phone bill. She said she was. It was so embarrassing, and what he has become. So that goes to show you that people will just speak and say all types of nonsense on social media, for their own agenda. But when it comes to substance, they have no clue. Every time I talk to somebody about Obama, I said, have you looked at his executive orders? Have you seen any of the things that he's implementing? Have you seen the horrific foreign policy this man has? And do you even know that he's not even invited to many of these countries, and he's barred from coming to several countries? They have no clue. They have no clue that this man can't even step foot in Iraq and other countries. They have no clue that this man's foreign policy is one of the worst foreign policies ever in the history of the American presidency. But no, because they're so blinded to he can play basketball and he can dress nice, and him and Michelle and the kids look fine, look so cute together. That's all they care about. And so it's very difficult to show people the truth about things. And that's one of the reasons why I keep telling you guys, stop listening to what he says and watch his actions. Watch his actions, just like you watch your wife and your husband's actions. Just like you watch your business partner's actions. That's how you should be doing with the president. You shouldn't be taking his word. Watch his actions. Watch Obama's actions here in the next coming days, because today he dropped the bombshell. Okay, as you guys can see here, let's get into it. Obama administration makes another controversial decision just 22 days before leaving office. Okay, and of course you got the Iraqis saying the good old USA foreign policy is interesting. Yeah, it's been a disaster. They try to put Joe Biden in there to make it look better. Now Joe Biden's been doing it. I mean, everybody loves Joe Biden around the world, but Obama, they cannot stand that man. Okay, it don't matter if it's Russian people, if it's Chinese, if it's Europe. I mean, they almost ran him out of Spain and France. Yeah, but that doesn't make the news, does it? He can't even. He's not even invited to many of the Middle Eastern countries. Okay, so it's just been a total disaster. Okay, so it says here that the U.S., meaning Obama, expels 35 Russian diplomats. Okay, and closes 2 compounds. Diplomats have 72 hours to leave the United States of America. Now, these people, are diplomats to Russia. They're working in the Russian embassy, maybe, and the compounds. And this man just says, you know what? I need to stir this up more because they're not listening to me. No one's paying attention to me because I'm supposed to be leaving office and waving goodbye. No, I don't want to leave. Let me kick out the Russian diplomats immediately. And you know what? Let me give them 72 hours to leave. And now hopefully that pisses Vladimir Putin and Russia off, and we can go to war so I can stay in as president. Okay? And then China can join them, and North Korea and Iran and everybody can join them to destroy America, which I'm the president of. And I won't care. I wouldn't care because I have a house. I bought a house in Hawaii. I got a house in Alaska. I got a house in New Zealand. I got a house in Dubai. I got all these houses. No one knows how much money, how I got all this money. I wasn't rich when I became a president. Now I got 4 mansions, and I don't care what happens to America. Are you guys paying? Like, this is what's going on, and you guys are posting on I'm following some of you guys on my Facebook, and I see you guys posting Obama the greatest president ever. So are you guys following what's going on, or are you guys idolizing someone and not caring about what he's actually doing, his actions? Okay, it's just like Michael Jordan. When Michael Jordan didn't care about the black community, didn't care about his own community, what happened to him? People started to remove him from being the greatest player of all time because his actions as a man that cared about the poor, cared about the people, cared about his own community wasn't there. That's exactly what's going on with Obama now. As more and more people start to open their eyes and see that, there's something not right, right? Even if you prayed about it, or if you just look at his executive orders, look at the executive orders he has implemented and are implementing. Look how he didn't even care about your own community. He didn't even care about black people in 8 years. 8 years. Black people have less money under Obama. Black people are struggling under Obama. Okay, all the numbers are fake. The numbers for the jobs are part-time jobs, right? As you guys heard the other day, the White House economist came out and said that all 92% of Obama's new created jobs were part-time jobs, weren't even full-time jobs. Okay, and I even told you guys that's the numbers were gonna be when you see the true numbers of Obama, it's gonna be ridiculous. Okay, it's gonna be. I mean, the numbers that he were posting are so fake. Unemployment is like at 50%. But they got it down. They got it posted at 4%, and everybody thinks Obama is the greatest president of all time. But then you walk outside and you see homeless people everywhere. You walk outside in New York, D.C., Miami, L.A., all over, even Denver, all over the world in America. There's poor people. There's homeless people. There's people struggling. People who have to work 3 jobs. Is that the greatest president of all time? I mean, some of you guys are so blind right now. It's unbelievable. I don't get it, because you should be looking at people's actions and people's policies and executive orders. We got people suffering around the world because of Obama's foreign policy. Now, if you even see today, more casualties that should never have even happened. Pentagon casualties of the coalition airstrike near Mosul. So here we go again with more lives being killed by the Obama administration, and they're coming out saying, "Oops, my bad." I mean, how many times are we going to hear this stuff? You're firing missiles in an area that's already diluted, already been bombed 300 times. There's no ISIS and Daesh members in northern Mosul area. There's none of these people even exist in these areas, but yet they're bombing civilians. They're bombing innocent lives and people, and they continue to come out and say, "We're sorry. Oh, we're sorry for dropping weapons off and food off to ISIS and Daesh." Like, this is going on under Obama's administration. And so we have to look at the actions and what they're doing, and stop looking at Obama and saying, "Oh man, the guy can speak and the guy can dress." Yeah, but did you hear him speak and say that he's issuing a new world order? How did that go? How do people miss that? Even when somebody puts it on YouTube and puts a tape, the people who idolize Obama refuse to even look at those videos, because they understand, because what happens is it will remove them from idolizing him, as he calls for a new world order almost every time he talks to the international world. But yeah, but he's still the best president of all time. I get it. I get it. Stupidity. What did God say? My people perish for the lack of knowledge. And that's exactly what's going to happen if this man stays in office. And that's the reason why so many people have woken up and took into prayer that this man does not stay any longer in the office. Because if Obama stays any longer, for some strange reason, I know he won't, because you guys have been praying, and I know the Lord said that people have been praying, and it looks like, right now, that he will not be able to go to war with Russia, and he will not be able to pull off anything that he tries to pull off, and Donald Trump will be inaugurated on the 20th. So it looks like you guys have prayed, I've prayed, and many have prayed that Obama gets his butt out of that office, because if Obama somehow stays, it would be really, really bad for America. As you guys know, when Maliki was given control of Iraq fully, he became a dictator, right? He thought he was going to be a king forever. And that's exactly the mentality Obama will have if he's able to stay a little longer. So we can't have that. we got to continue to pray, and I hope you guys are doing well. God bless, and continue to pray that Obama is out of there on the 20th of January. Okay, so that's it for me. Peace out. Eyes open to the truth. Bye. Shalom.